Hey guys, welcome back to Watch Me World channel. So today I'm going to be making some curry chicken and let's get into it. So first we're going to wash our chicken with some lemon slices and some vinegar and make sure to wash that off thoroughly. And once I get that all done, I'm going to prep the veg. So I am using scallion, 1 stalk of scallion or green onion if you have, some green peppers, also a whole onion, and lots of ginger, scotch bonnet pepper, and some garlic. So I am going to crush the garlic and I will be using that to season the chicken as well as to burn when I'm burning the curry before cooking it, which you'll see me doing, and I'll explain what I'm doing when you see. So now once I get that all done, clean up my area and cut up my potatoes or potatoes, whichever you prefer to call it. So yeah, I'm just using 2 Irish potatoes. So for this recipe, I am cutting up a whole chicken, but I'm only going to be using half of it. And I'm going to be cutting up the whole chicken into smaller pieces. Because for curry chicken in Jamaica, you usually get them in small pieces. I've seen people curry chicken like in larger pieces, but I prefer to do it the traditional way of cutting up in small pieces and then cooking it down. So yeah, I'm gonna cut my potatoes into small pieces and then I'm gonna set that aside. This will be used later on in the dish, not in the beginning, because you don't want your potatoes to mash out too fast, but I am prepping it for when I'm ready to use it. So once I get that all done, I am going to chop up my chicken, my bird. So here we go, guys. And yes, I'm gonna take off the skin, which you'll see me doing. So I am using my chopper here, which slides through the chicken so easily. Like, I'm so happy the day I bought this. It made my life so much easier instead of using the smaller knives. So just gonna bust that in half, and I am gonna be cutting up half of the chicken as mentioned before, because it's only 4 of us and half of the chicken is just enough. And I'm also gonna add the potatoes into the curry chicken as well, so that also stretches the whole dish. So you don't really need a lot of chicken. Well, it depends on how much people are in your family that you are cooking for. And in Jamaica too, when people cook curry chicken, they usually stretch it as well with chicken back, which I was gonna do, but this is more than enough. Half of the chicken is enough for my family, but the curry chicken back is really good because the bone does suck up all of that seasoning and it's so flavorful. And I'm a bone type of person. Like, whenever I cook chicken, I need the rib, I need the wing. The wing is my favorite part of the chicken. So yes, I don't mind adding in some chicken back to that, but I had enough chicken for this recipe today, so I'm not gonna add it in today. Maybe another time I will make curry chicken back. But now I'm just basically cleaning up the chicken a little bit, gonna take off that excess fat. With curry chicken, I don't really like to cook with the skin on because it doesn't need it. I don't really like using all the fat parts of the chicken, even though it adds to the flavor of the meal. I only like keeping on the skin when I'm doing a fried chicken, so it adds to the crisp. But when I'm cooking, for instance, fricassee, curry chicken, or even what do you call that type of chicken, brown stew chicken, then I will take off the skin. So yeah, basically just chopping up that breast. And I do like thinner slices of breast when I'm doing my curry chicken. I don't really like to just cut it one slice down the middle. I like to chop it up. At least that one breast can go into 3 individual slices and then chop them up smaller, and then that will be enough to add into my whole pieces of chicken that I already cut up. So once I get that all done, I am going to rinse it again just to take off all that excess fat that could be on it, as well as the as you can see, like when you chop the chicken, the blood from the bones. So just all that excess extra stuff, we'll rinse it before I actually season it up. And then once I get that all done, I am going to prepare the curry powder, as you will see. So just stay tuned and watch me work. Okay guys, so now fast forward to adding all my curry seasoning on. So I am going to be using the Cool Runnings curry powder, about 2 teaspoons of that, and then I will be adding in my favorite curry, the Beta Pack, which as soon as you open the bag, the aroma is ridiculous, but it is very strong. So I do basically like water it down with my Cool Runnings so that it stretches it, because this Beta Pack curry is quite expensive. Like this bag was $16 plus tax, which is quite pricey for seasoning. The Cool Runnings ran me about $4 for it, so there's a big price difference. So I usually stretch it so that it can last me longer. And honestly, the Cool Runnings is not bad. It's just not as strong as the Beta Pack curry powder. So I do mix it and then it's just fine. Then once I get that in, I'm also going to be adding in some paprika. So I actually learned this from my godmother. When you add paprika to any curry, it gives you that nice rich color. So paprika doesn't really have a flavor, to be honest, unless you're getting like the smoked paprika. But this one, it doesn't have a strong flavor. So it does add to the color, like it adds to the color of any curry shrimp, curry goat, curry chicken, any curry lobster, whatever curry that you're doing. So once I get that all done, I'm going to be adding in some all-purpose seasoning. So as you saw, I just used a cork full of the seasoning. I'm not mixing it out because with my curry chicken, I usually just add on all my seasonings on it, and I do it basically from what my ancestors told me to put on it. But honestly guys, I'm just freehanding it today. And then I'm gonna put on my Lorry's, which is a seasoning that I always use a lot. It's a seasoning salt, and then of course my black pepper. I am going to just add a few sprinkles of that on, and you won't see in the video, but I did add on some pimento seeds as well, some crushed pimento seeds. And then once I get that all on, I am going to be adding on some thyme. I didn't have any fresh thyme, so I am going to be using the dried thyme leaves, which is just as good. The fresh is always better, but this will get the job done as well. Then I'm going to add a little bit of onion powder onto my chicken. And then after I add on my onion powder, I am going to be adding on my curry mixture that I had mixed and put aside. So for my curry mixture, I'm not going to add on all of it right now. I will be adding on at least maybe 3 spoonfuls, just so that it's evenly colored on my chicken, because you want to get that nice rich color. Oh, and that's my turmeric there. I'm adding a little bit of turmeric on. So fun fact about turmeric, well, not a fun fact, but educational fact, it is very good for inflammation. So you can even drink turmeric, like the turmeric powder, and make a tea with it, just to reduce inflammation within your body. And you can also do your own research to check on that for yourself, but I do drink it as a tea as well. So now it's time to add on my curry mixture that I did about 4 teaspoons of that, and then I just left some on the side because I am going to burn the curry before I cook up the chicken. So I gotta mix that all in, making sure that everything is coated with the curry powder and all the seasoning gets well marinated in. And as you guys know, I am a big believer in marinating your chicken. So I am gonna rest this in the fridge for about an hour before I cook it. However, as I always mention, it's better when you do marinate at least 1 day before, because the seasoning will soak into the bones with that. Now it's time to add in all my vegetables before I go ahead and add it into the fridge to marinate for a bit. So once I get that in, I'm going to mix that up as well. And as I mentioned before, guys, I'm using 2 Scotch bonnet peppers. So I did cut up 1 Scotch bonnet pepper inside of the chicken right now. And then the other Scotch bonnet pepper I will be burning, which you'll see me doing shortly. Okay, guys, so now it's time to add in my ginger, my garlic, and my scotch bonnet pepper. I'm burning that, as well as my curry powder mixture that I did. I'm gonna burn that first before adding in my chicken. Now, when I say burn it, I don't mean to char it brown. I mean just to basically flavor the pot before adding in your chicken. You don't want to burn the garlic brown just before it gets brown. So maybe you're going to do this for about a minute or less before adding in your chicken. Then when you add your chicken in, you let that basically flash fry on one side before you add in your water for it to cook down. You can do flash fry on both sides by flipping them, but I just did it on one side, just making it brown a little bit before adding in the water for it to cook down, which you'll see me doing. So stay tuned. So now I'm going to be adding in the first batch of water for it to cook down in and steam. And anytime you add water into your pot, guys, you want to cover that as well so it steams nicely while it's being cooked. So about half an hour into the first cook down, I'm going to be adding in my potatoes because I'll cook the curry chicken for another half an hour, so 30 minutes. So total cook time, I would say 1 hour 15 minutes or so. And then basically you're going to be cooking down your chicken until the potatoes are cooked. This is how you will know that your chicken is almost on its way done. Okay, guys? Then you're just gonna cook that down. So I really like cooking curry chicken. It's like one of my go-to meals during the week, especially like midweek. But I do have a bestie in Jamaica that is bomb at cooking curry chicken too. Her name is Sonia, and she does have a YouTube channel too called Sonia Neal. So go check them out, guys. Hopefully they cook curry chicken on their channel very soon. So back into cooking my curry. Yes, I did add a little bit of butter in there, just a spoonful, so it's nice and creamy. And now it's time to plate the dish, guys. I am eating my curry with some bananas and some yam and pumpkin and my cornmeal boiled dumpling. As you can see, my avocados right there, guys. Look at that steam. Whoa, can't wait to eat this. Well, this is the end result of my curry chicken dish, guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching the video. Thank you so much for all my subscribers now. I really do appreciate the support. And thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this dish. Please like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. I'll be doing an unboxing, so we'll see what comes next. Bye, guys.